Often we'll see a changeover from some rain showers to snow showers, but again, this is not going to be a big line of rain and snow coming through. It's just going to be hit or miss here or there, so I don't think the impact is going to be all that great.
And hello! Welcome back to another edition of Tie Kicks. And on today's show, I end up in a park in my hat. I end up in another park in my hat. And I managed to find a dodgy pair of shoes. There's been some snow, there's been some sleet, and there's been some rain. And it's been rather terrible. But it's going to be more about new trends for 2018. New trends for 2018. So let's get on with the video. I'm going to take you back to earlier on in the week where I picked up a mystery box. Well, it's 2018. We have started the new year with a bang, doing the Adidas Packer Sole Box review. That was a really cool shoe to do, considering that I didn't pick it up for retail. I'm out and about. It's the 16th today, and I've had a package arrive that's shrouded in secrecy. I was going through the Facebook groups online. There's loads and loads of sneaker Facebook groups, and a couple of posts popped up on there of a certain sneaker that was doing the rounds at the end of last year. So I had to make a decision whether I was going to pick this shoe up or not, because it's not your average shoe. It's not something that I would turn around and say has got some crazy hype or has got something like a real low-key affair. It's one of these shoes you come across now and again, and you have to decide whether you like it because you like the shoe or you like it because you like the brand. And that is the thing. And I decided I really did consider the prospect that I like this shoe. Now I won't know till I unbox it, so we're going to get back and go and unbox it, but first I need to go and collect it. So like a flash, I'm going to get it from my work and we're going to head back. Here we go, let's get back and get this unboxed. Right, so quick break in the usual programming. It's currently Wednesday morning and I'm on my way to work, and I got the shock of my life this morning when YouTube sent me an email basically outlining their new policies and their new terms and how they're going to be dealing with monetization on the YouTube platform. And it really shocked me. Why have they changed these rules? It's one of those things that's going to affect smaller channels achieve something and create something, but it's sometimes nice to get something small back. And unfortunately YouTube have decided that at the end of the day they're not going to be making a lot of money, and so they're not going to be giving people the opportunity to make money. Your channel must have 1,000 subscribers and it must have 4,000 hours of view time to be allowed to be part of the monetization kind of partnership that YouTube offer their creators. I'm at 759 subs as of today, and I've decided that I've got to get an SOS out to the sneaker community and hope that they are willing to help me out in trying my best to get to that 1,000 mark. They've given me to the 20th of February grace. Let's see how quickly people are willing to help Tie Kicks out. Anyway, straight back to our usual programming. So we have made it back to the sneaker room and we are going to be looking at something rather interesting. Now, before we get into that, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Ty Kicks. I've got some amazing news that I have finally managed to hit 1,000 subscribers. I want to thank every single one of you guys that subscribe, and I really hope that you enjoy the content I'm going to be producing over 2018. Now, the biggest trend started at the end of 2017, and that is of the dad sneaker. The dad sneaker is now making a big wave in 2018, and we are going to see a lot more silhouettes of it. Now, there are some people that are not big fans when it comes to the dad shoe, and let's not kid ourselves, there have been some extremely well-known and famous people who have rocked a dad shoe in their time. Who could that be? The legend, the amazing, unfortunately no longer with us, Mr. Steve Jobs. He was a visionary man, always before his time, and obviously now into 2018, that shoe is making a comeback. Now, what is the definition of a dad sneaker? It's a shoe that is rather unattractive looking, with a huge sole, normally quite an oversized sole, and famous brands of the past have been known to create silhouettes that are very daddish. You've got things like High Tech brand, etc. There's loads and loads of companies that have produced shoes that you would just stereotype as being a dad shoe or a dad shoe brand. We are seeing officially high-end brands bringing out really chunky shoes with big soles. So obviously we're going to go back to the Balenciaga Triple S. Now, this shoe is a designer shoe with a huge price tag. It's something that a lot of people look at and just go, yuck, that's disgusting. But it does have its fans, but at a price point that's sitting incredibly high, in the high hundreds and hundreds of pounds. Would you buy it? I want you to leave your comments down below whether you like the Triple S, whether you would cop it or whether you would drop it. The next one that was seen on Kanye was the Yeezy 700. Not a lot of people knew what it was, but they really thought that it was some ugly ass shoe. Dozens and dozens of comments online were saying, what the hell has Kanye got on his feet? And in all honesty, a lot of people were really hating on them. But as per myself, I wasn't overly keen on the upper part of the shoe. This is the shoe. And the shoe itself is rather interesting in its design in lots of different colors. With news hot off the press from Yeezy Mafia that there will be a global release of the Yeezy 700, on top of the fact that there is also going to be another 2 releases from Adidas of 2 new silhouettes that are within the dad sneaker category. You are going to see a few more shoes on their way. There is also rumored to be another shoe dropping, and it is possibly going to be from Under Armour, who are trying to get themselves into the lifestyle category with a potential collaboration with A$AP Rocky. So be aware that the 2018 is going to be flooded with these new and different types of silhouettes. Now, if you've been really interested in picking up a dad style shoe, yet you haven't been able to get your hands on a pair of the Yeezy 700s, then this shoe could be for you. It also is down to whether you are a shoe snob or whether you like wearing what you like. That is the real big deal. So let's get this mystery box open. Let's have a look at the shoe and what I got and what you guys have been so hotly anticipating. This is the brown box for this shoe, and we'll show you what the writing is on it. So it's by Zara. It's a shoe that a lot of people will completely flame me for, because obviously this is not a high-end brand, this is not a athletics brand, this is a high street store brand, but they have brought out some horrific, and I'm not going to lie, horrific rip-offs of different sneaker brands over the last few years. Now, I'm not a shoe snob and I'm not a clothing snob, and I know that everyone has their budgets, and sometimes people don't want to spend hundreds and hundreds of pounds on a Yeezy. Some people don't want to spend hundreds and hundreds of pounds on Yeezy season clothing or Bait clothing or Supreme clothing or anything that costs out of their price range, and they're going to overstretch themselves. So this shoe's been getting a lot of press because a lot of people who are mad into their sneakers and really love branded shoes have really been talking this particular one up. Has Zara created a shoe of their own that they can probably be proud of? Now, a lot of people are saying that they are a rip-off of one of the shoes, whether it be the Yeezy Desert Rat or whether it be the Yeezy 700 or any other of these new dad shoes that are making their way out. I personally think that they have designed a shoe of their own. It's inspired by, as all shoes are inspired by something, and I think that it is actually not a bad shoe. I'm still undecided whether I'm really gonna rock this shoe or not. I don't know really whether I'm that much of a fan of dad shoes in general, but let's get into this shoe. We have tissue paper. Yes, they have put tissue paper in here and sort of packaged it up quite well, actually. We can lift this out. There's like a material dust bag inside of here, and here is the shoe itself. So let me be correct. This shoe is called the sneaker with thick soles. So it doesn't have a name. It's not the Zara runner. People will call it a Zara runner. The actual name on the website is sneaker with thick soles. Obviously, because it's a high street store, it doesn't have to give it a particular name. This is the first time I have ever reviewed a non-branded sneaker, and this is the epitome of a dad shoe. You've got the huge chunky sole on here with some rather sort of garish kind of patterns going around the side of it. You've got really big, bold, brash kind of design on the upper. You've got sort of bits of sort of suede-esque material on the back of the shoe, and you've got it on the side of the shoe, you've got it on the front of the toe box and just below where the laces are. First impressions of this shoe, there's one massive impression of this shoe when I picked it up. The first thing I get is a really strong smell. Ooh, these are fruity to say the least. If you are a fan of the shoe, buy it. Rock it at $49.99. Some people who really like the idea of picking up a dad shoe is going to think that this is a steal, and I'm going to tell you now, I genuinely have a feeling that this shoe will sell out unless they make things like the Yeezy 700 or other shoes a little bit more readily available, and people have been sort of like umming and ahhing because of the fact it's Zara, I actually genuinely think. But a lot of people have been posting comments out online about these. People have been picking these up. People have been gutted to miss out on their size in these. I sort of thought at $49.99 it was worth a pickup. And I'm just going to go through a couple of other things. The upper is not really, I would say, particularly breathable either. I don't think that this material is really going to be that breathable at all. You have to catch the fabric between these suede-esque parts, and this is almost like a plastic overlay. The leather is not leather. It's definitely a faux kind of plastic material to look a bit like leather, and the interior cushioning is meh, to say the least. This is the Zara sneaker with thick sole. I think it's about time we did an on foot. Comfort wise of these shoes, I would turn around and say I'm going to give it out of 10 4, maybe a 5. I don't necessarily say that these are a shoe to rock all day. They are definitely going to feel like absolute bricks compared to walking around in a pair of anything with boost in it, or anything with air in it, or anything with ZoomX in it, or Zoom in it. It's not a designer brand or an athletics brand shoe. This is a high street shoe, so have some real expectation about this shoe if you are going to pick it up. Remember that for some people, maybe £50, you can get a much better shoe from Adidas or from Nike or from Puma or from Reebok. But it's all down to whether you are feeling the trend of this dad shoe and whether you want to go with it, yet you cannot get your hands on anything that is in your price range. I definitely think that this is not a bad shoe at all, and you should rock what you like. Don't forget, if you really enjoyed the video and you really enjoyed this review, you've got to hit the like button. That means I know you loved it. And also remember to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell next to it if you want constant updates about when sneakers drop. Last thing I want to say is I have now got myself a sticker wall. I'm starting to introduce new stickers to the wall, and I want you guys to get involved. So if you've got any stickers or anything that you think would be cool to put on the sticker wall, gladly want to send them to me. I would really appreciate it. My information is down in the description down below. Information about how to get hold of these I will put in the description down below. They also do them in a black colorway. And I will catch you this time next week for another Thai Kicks review vlog.